I don't usually feel this nervous undressing things. Hello, Marcus Bronzy here from How to Kill an Hour, and today, for this episode of What's in the Box, we are looking at another next-gen console. This, the PS5. So let's get into it. You can see straight away that it's a bigger box. Big box must mean big console. Play like never before. Well, I don't know what that means, but you know, we'll roll with it. 825 gigabytes on the is the memory that it has in it, which is an interesting number. So it's not a terabyte, it's a specifically 825, but you know, we'll look into that and we'll talk more about the memory and about that in a bit. Lightning speed, got power of a custom CPU and SSD, which we'll talk about again. That's gonna kind of impact the speed of gaming. Breathtaking immersion, discover deeper gaming experiences with support for haptic feedback, adaptive triggers, and 3D audio technology, and obviously stunning games, which we'll talk about more in a minute. But this is the big box. I want to get into this box because this is what's in the box. So the brand new PlayStation is due for release on November the 12th in the United States, Japan, Canada and Mexico, Australia, New Zealand and South Korea. 1 week later, on November the 19th, the PlayStation 5 will be released to the rest of the world, including the UK. The PS5 will be available in different options, a regular PS5 with a disc drive, and obviously a digital-only version which comes without the disc, meaning you can only download games. That's part one done. More box. It'd be wicked if this was like a Russian doll and you had more and more boxes that you just emptied. Right. As a result, there's going to be a slight difference in price. The regular PS5 will cost £449 and the PS5 digital will cost £359. Even more box. There. This is a lot of box. Right, so obviously this is the unit in here and these are the accessories. Let's go for the unit first. I feel nervous. I don't usually feel this nervous undressing things. Here we go. You know that fresh plastic smell? I can smell it, you know, that fresh unit smell. Woo. Woo. Okay, off the bat, this is a larger console. But it's got very interesting design points. It's still very simple in design. Let me just flip it up for you. You can see there. Big PlayStation logo there, which is actually etched in. You can actually see through it. The PS5 comes with 825 gigabytes of SSD on board, with online rumors stating that there'll be around 664 gigabytes of usable space. I think I'm going to be getting a larger hard drive for this, but we'll talk about that in just a second, right? Anyway, the console itself. PlayStation logo here, which is actually etched in. Let's look around the console. There's another Sony logo tucked in just at this lip here. Let me spin that around so the camera can see it. A couple of USB ports on the front. Actually, just to go back to this bit here, this texture, I'm gonna try and get real close to the camera. This texture here I kinda like, you know. I think it's made out of, oh wow. Okay, this here, that texture's made out of little PlayStation logos. We'll try and get, if we can't get this here, we'll try and get a picture of it, but this little texture here is actually made out of little squares, circles, triangles, and X's. That's sick. That's attention to detail. Actually, on the rear of the unit, we've got some more X's, squares, and crosses. Crosses, squares, circles, and triangles. I like it. That's a nice touch, PlayStation. And we've also got 2 USB ports at the back again, a HDMI out, and obviously the power supply. The PS5 comes with an 825 SSD on board, with online rumours stating that there'll only be about 664 gigabytes of usable space, which I don't know, we're going to find out once we power it on. I always feel like I'm going to need an extra drive with any unit I have, and I presume I'm going to get one for the PS4 as well. Early reports are saying game sizes are going to be smaller, and that has something to do with the way that the SSD, basically it's going to mean that you won't need to duplicate data to make a standard 540 RPM HDD read faster. So in short, game sizes and patches are going to be smaller, so hopefully no more 50 gigabyte COD updates, hopefully. Apparently, thanks to the way the SSD works, players will be able to delete single player campaigns without removing the multiplayer if the developer is able to support this. The SSD is also one of the PS5's most powerful features, as it should allow games to load ridiculously fast, and you'll be able to spend more time gaming and less time waiting, because face it, who likes waiting? The CPU is an AMD Zen 8 core, a GPU capable of ray tracing acceleration up to 223 gigahertz at 10.3 teraflops. When used together, basically you'll get some good ass graphics, and ray tracing allows for like great levels of realism and also gives you true to life lighting, shadows, graphics and reflection on PS5 games. 16 gigabytes RAM, the ability to add expandable storage with an SSD slot via Sony validated SSDs, but you can also use a USB HDD as well. Right, so here's the console. Obviously there's a stand for it where we can have it stood up. To be fair, it's doing all right, not on the stand, but I've never done this before, so I don't know what I'm doing. So it's what do you have to pop out here? I'm not even, how do I even do this? Pop that little bit off. Popping the console on. I don't even know if I'm putting this on the right way around. Let me see if I can do this the right way around. There you go. That's it on the stand. There you go, on it stands. I wonder how much one of these is gonna cost when I lose it, not if, when. But that'll do for now. I think you're meant to use something a bit stronger than your nail to do that. There you go. There it is on its stand. Got there in the end. Another important thing is the PS controller. The light on the controller now goes around this section here instead of on the back of the controller. It's USB-C 3 charger on the controller as well. And a nice little bit of detail on the controller, which is also on the console. I'll try and get it as close to the camera as possible. The little texture on it is also the PlayStation triangle, square, X, and circle. There's a create button, which is similar to the share button on the PS4. Create offers players more ways to produce content and share it around the world, such as screenshots and videos, hopefully Twitch too. There's a microphone which is inbuilt into the controller, so hypothetically you can have a nice pair of headphones, but not need headphones with a microphone on the bottom of them. Personally, I still prefer using a headset, but maybe if you get the console and you just want to do a bit of gaming and have people hear you as you play, that'd be great for you. Onboard microphones can be a bit tricky, but let's see how this one performs. The haptics inside the controller have been improved. The L2 and R2 buttons have adaptive triggers, and that means you can feel different types of tension. For example, springs in Astro's Playworld, or if you're pulling back a bow, for a bow and arrow, you're actually going to feel that string coming back as well. Another example would be feeling the tension on the brakes of a speeding car as well. Next thing is turning this bad boy on, which we can't show you on this video just yet. We're not allowed to, but we will be on our next video. But let us know what you think of the PS5. What are your first impressions at the moment? Which model are you going to get? Let us know in the comments. Find us on social media at How to Kill an Hour. I'm on social medias as well, at Marcus Bronzy, MarcusBronzy. There's plenty of ways to kill some time out there. Thank you for killing some time with us.